One of my favorite passages in the Gospels is found in Matthew 22, when Christ is teaching in the synagogue, and one of the scribes comes up to him and he asks the question, out of all of the commandments and prophets and all of that in the Old Testament, what is the greatest commandment? And I just love what Christ answers. He says, the greatest commandment is to love the Lord God, and the second is like it, to love your neighbor as yourself. The reason why I love Christ's response is because it summarizes all our role as Christians in one word. And that one word is love. Love fulfills the entire law, and it identifies our role in how we should act toward God and how we should act towards other human beings. It brings a huge question. What is love? If it dictates our entire walk with Christ and our entire interaction with the world, then we need to have a complete understanding of what love is. We're told in 1 Corinthians 13 that love is the perfection of all things. It is the only thing that will change, impact, and transform the world. So what I've done so that we as Christians can understand better what our role looks like in a practical setting when applied to the world, I've gone around town where I live in Tyler, Texas, just asking different people, what is love to you? What do you think of when you think of love? How do you see love in other people? What actions show love? What kind of effect does love have on the world? So I hope that you can glean from this video some understanding of how you can greater impact the world for Christ. What do you think of when you think of love?
Love could be just what's all around you, the trees, the birds, the animals, just everything around you pretty much. You sum it up like that. Everything is capable of being love.
Marriage, long-term commitment.
I think of love as the more you give, the more it comes back to you. Love is the absence of fear.
Two people that really care about each other.
Love sustains all things, hopes all things, bears all things. Love is really the thing that we have to strive for, the thing we have to live for. And through love, we get hope. Through love, we get peace. We get a second chance. We get a third, fourth, and fifth, and 10 millionth chances. Love's the end all be all. It is the reason to do anything in this world. The reason to breathe.
How do you tell that someone is loving you, caring about you, caring about others? How do you see that? How is that visible?
Doing kind things for them, and if they're in a tight spot, help them out. Just do small acts of kindness. Any little thing.
They're odds. We can train ourselves to, physically touch somebody and make them think you love them, or put on a fake smile, but you can tell by their eyes.
By their actions. Some people just have good hearts, and some people you can just see it. Some people just sense. You can just tell by just walking by. Somebody hold the door for you. You know what I mean? You fall down or something, they help you get up. You see it right there. You know what I mean? Just people doing certain things, you can pretty much tell.
What are some ways that we display that love towards others? And what are some ways that people display that love towards us?
Spending quality time with people.
Acceptance, quantum forgiveness.
Doing nice things for strangers.
Just doing stuff randomly, out of the blue. Help someone, help them out with their car, without asking anything in favor, asking anything in return.
I guess the one more verbal way, but the one physical way to show it that I believe is through honesty.
I believe love is really, really shown through time, through care, through giving, and you love them through an intentionality, I think, and you go into it with a heart of saying, how can I be loved? How can I show love? And then I believe that God gives us opportunities to love like that. It is very, and I don't think there's a formula to it, obviously, and I don't think you meant by that by your question, but just.
It might, because it's different things that can change a person. You might see something you had never seen. You're like, I don't know, they really do this. That really can happen like that, man. So maybe all of them. They had never opened up the door for a person or something like that. Or never just, you might see a homeless person or something. You might just walk up to them and give them a cup of coffee or something. You know, or a sandwich or something. See somebody else doing it, and you do it the next time. You know, anything like that.
Is love more about the action, or is it more about your motivation and intentions behind the action?
Your motivation. It comes back to, you know, what's the foundation of it. What is that individual's end result in mind?
It's a feeling and a motivation that transforms into an action.
I just think it's really just what you're feeling. And just how you feel about others, like helping others. Because you never know, you might need that same help one day yourself. So you just gotta look at it like this.
It's so much about where your heart's coming from. But I believe it actually is less of what you do sometimes. Because the smallest things are where you really get to see the heart of a person. Because it's not always going to be big steps, you know. I can't be Carnegie and build a library to show my love, because I don't have that kind of money. Baby steps, buying shoes, if you can afford it, giving a hug. I think that it is very much your heart behind that and saying, I want to intentionally love this person as Christ has loved me. I want to show them the unconditional love of God so that they may draw closer to Him.
Do you think that love is the one basis that everyone can find a common ground on amidst all their other various beliefs or theories?
I think in time, you have like a lot of people that's stuck in their ways and kind of stubborn and might be stuck on certain beliefs and this and that. I think with those people, it might take a little more time. Eventually, I think it can happen.
Every nationality, every race, every culture has their own version of love, and I've never come across one that was more loving than another. It's a universal language. Yeah.
All love is God's love.
Some religions might display it a little bit differently, but certain things will definitely be the same. Like helping somebody out with some random thing, they drop something, pick it up for them. I'm sure they would all think of that as an act of kindness.
Instead of recognizing differences, you embrace similarities in other people. Because we're all the same, we're all connected.
Take a step back and look at it from a different scope. Look at it not from your scope, but from somebody else's, or 2 or 3 or 4, or how many scopes you can handle to look through or understand the situation, but do it. And through that, you know, you basically get a better understanding of the idea of its own. Because, you know, they always say there's 2 sides to every story. But in actuality, there's a million sides. There's his side, her side, and the truth.
Kind of something I've struggled with very much in evangelism is just, why am I doing this? And making sure those reasons are correct. It should flow out of our true love for them as Christ has loved us.
However it is, you are beautiful. Every last person is beautiful. Even if, you know, you got jacked up face, you're still beautiful. Or if you're a supermodel, beautiful. It shouldn't matter.
Because this thing right here, and you just come out a whole lot better. As long as you treat people how you want to be treated. Treat everybody how you want to be treated.
And that's the sort of love that's going to make this world a better place.
That's what I think. And then most people know it's already there, and they might not know that they are doing it, you know, just by, like I say, just by opening the door, or just by picking the pen up that they dropped to. You know, hey, your money hanging out your pocket. You know, put it back in before you lose. You know, anything, you know. Some people might not know that they're doing it, but you know, it's just in here, they're just gonna do it. Because you expect the same thing to be done to you, you know what I mean? So you, just like you say though, long story short, just treat people how you want to be treated.